I'll be real quick here, Nick, then we go on. Hey, you know what? I thought, I was definitely, as you guys know, a little disappointed last night. Not in the effort. Our guys, our guys work hard, and but just a lot of the execution. And I thought almost everything we talked about, we did much better tonight. It was a good battle, and we're on our heels a little bit and spent a lot of time in our zone at first, but kind of battled out of it, and then I thought righted the ship. And I thought a lot of our guys, I thought our D as a core made a nice step forward. I thought, our forwards doing some things against, that's as good a defense as you're going to see in the country. I mean, those 6 guys back there in Minnesota can skate and make plays, and they're elite defenders, and we did a lot of good things. So, that's a little bit of, kind of Pollyannish, I guess, at the end of the day, but you got to keep building forward. And like I said, that was a good hockey team. We gave them all they could handle. And it's a good marker for us, and something we look down the road, we'll keep improving. And hey, when we head out there the second half of the season, we'll see how we match up again. But lots of good stuff, and we'll build on that and start getting ready for Wisconsin here real soon.
Go ahead, Nick.
Coach, when it talks about the execution, and you were mentioning the execution and the things that you were taking from game 1 into game 2, what type of things were you trying to change, and how did you think that you guys were able to kind of make that happen tonight?
Yeah, well, and first thing we just talked, a little bit about energy, and just need to bring that in. And I said it yesterday, hockey's a weird game, and I don't know why this happens. I've been around a long time, and I can't figure it out. It's where it's not like if 2 guys' legs aren't, kind of in mud, you just don't play them. But it seems like it's like the flu. Everybody gets it, and and that sometimes happens. But tonight, everybody, they were jumping, and that gives you a chance to do some things. And I think, our defensive zone at first, we were kind of circling the wagons a little early, but then I thought we got that, and we were closing out and cutting off the cycle a lot better. Did a nice job of that. Breakouts were way better. Like I said, I think some of our D-men made a nice little jump, and that's something they really hammer on, and Lou spends a lot of time with. And we got to be really, really effective coming out of our zone. I think, last year we've been one of the better breakout teams in the country, and we didn't do a great job last night. That, and then our neutral zone offense was night and day from yesterday, and not turning pucks over, and getting it in behind them and giving ourselves a chance. So all the way around our offensive zone, it was a little clunky early, but then the guys started moving the puck. So really zone to zone, I was real happy with everything. We just needed one puck to go in, and we thought we had the tire with Nadler there with the goalie pulled. We had it down there for about 1 minute and 35 seconds, and just couldn't get one to go.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, Dan, what was the difference, you think, from your lines with the zone entries? That tonight it was pretty effective. You created scoring chances compared to last night. And in the third period, it really showed. In the last 2 minutes, it really showed.
Yeah, I think, I'll give the D-core credit. And, I was giving Coach Luongo a lot of credit for the breakout. You know what? You got to come through clean. If you don't have D moving the puck, and if they're just coughing corner and everything and really giving you no chance and not setting it up, it's hard to come through the neutral zone if you don't break out, if you don't, execute plays through the neutral zone. So I thought they did a great job with that. And then on top of that, our forwards yesterday it seemed a lot like, one guy would get the puck, and then everybody would wait for him to, beat someone. And then the next guy would get it, and it was a series of one-on-one plays. And that's not how hockey needs to be played. You want to create as many odd man situations as you can. I thought we did a lot better job in the neutral zone of doing that, and our forwards worked harder. So, hey, just speed and lanes and doing our routes. We went through the video this morning, and some of the stuff we did in the neutral zone, I wasn't exactly sure where the concept for that came from, but they can have it back. It was much better tonight.
Nate.
Last night we talked to Tommy Apap, and he mentioned the forecheck needed to be a lot better. I thought tonight, especially his line, the forecheck was a lot more active. How important is that concept to you getting started in your offense?
Yeah, no, that's huge, and we're a good forechecking team. And last night we just didn't give ourselves a chance to do it. We just decided turning pucks over at the blue line was the way to get it going. And again, their D are good, so they're going to gap up and they're going to make it hard. And if you don't have support off the puck, but we got that going a little bit today, and we were able to change sides in the offensive zone and get some puck moving, some great chances. And like I said, there's tons of positive stuff, and you know, unfortunately, we didn't get anything out of this, but I think there was some step forwards, and you know, we'll build on that.
So a quick follow-up. A little bit of line jumbling. Christoph Papp not dressed. Was that for any particular reason, or just kind of give youngster a bite off?
Yeah, you know what? I talked to Christo. I thought it would be good for him to watch a game, and I'm not a punishment guy, nothing like that. I think when we do stuff, it should be educating and learning. And I thought maybe just to go up top and watch a game and see where the plays are made and how hard you have to play inside the dots and as a centerman in the Big Ten. And I talked to him after the game and I said, hey, listen, I sat out one game. Coach Mason sat me out one game against Miami of Ohio and put me back in the next night, and I scored my first career goal, and you know, never sat out another game. And it was good for me. I didn't like it. Probably didn't like it for the next 10 years or until I started coaching. And then I figured out probably wasn't the worst move in the world, but anyhow, it's how you use it. And he's a good young man. He's a competitor and he has speed and skill, and we need that in our lineup. So, you know, for us to do that, it was a big move for us, but I think for that young man and for our team, that was the best thing. And Nicholas Mueller jumped in, had a fantastic game at center. The line he was playing against gave us fits last night, and we didn't have a good matchup. And he did a hell of a job tonight in the middle. I was very impressed.
Kyle.
Yeah, one positive you could take away from this weekend is you played a team that's really good on the faceoff, and you dominated the faceoff circle all weekend. Do you take anything away from that, or does it kind of get lost in the grand scheme of things?
No way. We you know what? We look at I mean, and the bad part is I'm looking at it right now. We're 42 and 23 on faceoffs, and give up 2 faceoff goals. So that's the game, I guess. It's kind of funny, but yeah, we talked about it going in, and you know, we wanted our guys ready, and we said, hey, they're number 2 in the country at 61.5%, and we were number 1 at 61.8, and they kind of rose the challenge. Yesterday was a little even, and then the third we took off, and then boy, the first period we really did a heck of a job, and the final numbers were great. So no, I think it's a big part of the game. I've always taken a lot of pride in it. I think it's a team. A team stat, and all 5 guys jump and you win a lot of draws, and our wings won a lot of draws for us tonight.
Sam.
So there's kind of both of these games you guys had slow starts, finding yourselves down 2-0 pretty early in the game. So I was just kind of wondering like how you know, it's been hard, or like if you've noticed that I'm just was wondering if you kind of anticipated that maybe or right away, and like what you thought about that.
Yeah, no, you know what, you know, we've started fairly fast. Even our first game when you know, we hadn't played in 8.5 months against Arizona State. Our first period was really good, and I thought that's continued on until last night. Tonight it didn't bother me as much. I knew the guys were you know, they were going to get the feel of the game. They were working hard. I thought we were all right. But last night, yeah, I did not like the start. And like I said, we found ourselves down 2-0. You keep playing, and I always kind of try and flip it over. And we got it back to 2-2, and we played a hell of a hockey game. So yeah, you don't want to start slow, but you know what, and you don't want to overcorrect. We're playing 6 games in 12 nights. Did that, you know, with travel coming back here, did that have something to do with it? I don't know. You know, we did certain things on the 3 days in between games. We got sports science, you know, coming out of our ears. I got a lot of stuff to look at, and I thought I had it pretty well dialed in, and it had getting us peaking for the first night of the first game of the series, and it didn't work. So we'll go back, and I'll get my pencils out and, you know, do some measuring and try and figure it out. But like I said, it's a bit of a mental thing, bit of a physical thing, and it was 6 games in 12 nights. We'll figure out something. So we had some legs against Wisconsin.
Nick.
Coach, as you sharpen your pencils, what type of things do you want to continuously focus on getting better at?
You know what, just you know, you practice things and you want to do them, not until you can do them right, but until you can't do them wrong. And that's where you need to be. You know, if you look at that game last night where I said, you know, all of a sudden our D were doing, you know, I don't know what they're doing in breakouts in neutral zone, and our forwards are, you know, getting caught kind of wheeling and going the wrong lane. So, you know, just tightening those things up. And I think, you know, just being really efficient coming out of our zone, through the neutral zone, and then on the attack. And like Neil asked earlier, you know, now all of a sudden we have some controlled entries, and just the concept of you have to break a team down a little bit and loosen them and back them off, and then those plays are there, and then that's a maturity, and I think we've got the parts to do some of that stuff. And then the other one is, special teams. We lost that battle the last 3 games. We've lost that battle, and we've lost 3. We've had our goalie pulled in every one of those games. So we got to get on top. We haven't had a lot of power play time. I know the first one came off, and they had about 45 seconds, and we didn't get many the other night either. So sometimes that's it. But we got to start winning that battle on top of doing a lot of other things well. And that's really been the difference in the last 3 games.
All right, last one, Nate.
Drew had another pretty solid night, made a lot of saves with a lot of traffic in front of him. From just looking back and from last year to now, 6 games in, how dramatically has his confidence kind of improved?
Well, you know what? It's a funny thing. I tell you what, he's a confident little bugger, and I don't think he ever lost any last. He was probably mad at me that we didn't play him more. He didn't care how well John was playing. He probably thought he should have been playing. So I like that about him. He's got some swagger. He's got a lot of belief in himself. That's a valuable thing, and he's a competitor. But I think he feels good about his game now, and he's a junior here. He came in as a true freshman, but he's 20 years old and feels that he can grab the reins and do the job, and he's been outstanding. And we need that, and we got it. Like I said, we do a couple things a little better, and we'll be on the other side of some of these games. But a lot of good things, and he's a big part of the good things that I see in this team.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll have a couple players here shortly.